start பண்ணலாம். Shoot. Hi Mamse, welcome to the stream. Wango, wango. Thank you, Mamse.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing.
Bye, bro. Okay, okay, Mamse. Bye, bye.
Come on, closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
Mind will நடக்குது போல இருக்கு.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already can feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not
Mental
quite
health
true.
advisor.
Some are old. Some are new.
எதுக்குடா?
Changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? It's in hell high.
Look,
Hell high.
up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you can.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Oh, hellukka.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Can you see them? I can see you.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here.
You see them?
This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back.
இது intro மட்டுமே. நீ கேம் ப்ளே குள்ள போற வர. கேமரா மட்டும் திருப்பிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Look really clearly. Focus, Senua. Focus. Focus.
Do not forget my stories, Senua.
Focus.
Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate. But gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Pack of wolves in her heart. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
அதுதான் ஹெல்ஹைம்
The old fool was right.
நம்ம இருக்கிறது ஹெல்
What was it he
அந்த
said?
bridge அவனுங்க சொன்னது.
The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you.
நான் மண்டோடா
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess
Hela.
Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Oh, lover.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. Why is
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
That's the way. Are you scared? You should be scared. Quickly, go, quickly. What's she waiting for? Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
He's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
How do you know?
From my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
Friend.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Take a closer look.
Its name. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
Open it, right?
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Mind
Go through
it.
it. It's dangerous. Follow it. It worked. Where will it take you? It's not safe.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-walking goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
यार है darkness.
I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Adada. Yeah, right.
You will die. You won.
Yale.
Anticipate. Just there's too many. Find your position and you let in the button.
Aha. இதெல்லாம் எப்பறம் அடிப்பேன்? நான் அடிக்க முடியல. ஆத்தி
Remember your training.
ஏய் வேற வழி இருக்கா போத்துட்டேனா?
Don't give up. Don't. You did this.
செத்துட்டா? இது யாரா?
A vision
விஷனா?
of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain.
ஆடா பாவீங்கடா.
Does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
அதை அடிச்சு என்ன பண்ண போற? டார்க்னஸ் ராட் டு க்ளோ இட்ஸ் டைம் இஃபெக்ட். ஓ சாக சாக இந்த வைரஸ் ஏறிக்கிட்டே வரும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ ராட் ரிச்சஸ் Senua said our quest is over. ரைட்டு all the process be லாஸ்டா நல்லா இருக்கே. சாகக்கூடாது. ஓகே அண்டர்ஸ்டுட்.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul.
அதை வளர விடக்கூடாது, சாகக்கூடாது அதுக்கு. ஓகே.
But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
He's not there.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
ரெண்டு பேத்தையும் கொல்லணுமா?
It won't open. Why won't it open? Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods first.
Two gods?
Two gates.
Gods கொல்லணுமா?
Zurt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind.
Choose a gate, Senua.
And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raze their enemies to the ground.
என்னடா ஒரு
Find him, Senua.
இல்ல ஒருத்தர் மாத்தா. ஆமாண்டா ஒருத்தர் மட்டும் தான்டா.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over.
இது என்ன மூஞ்சியா?
She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, he spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons. Some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see.
But there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Okay. சண்டையா? அடைச்சிட்டான்டா ரொம்ப.
Sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. You hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
No. பட்டுதான்டா. மேல இருக்கா? Open ஆயிடுச்சு.
The path to Hellheim is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate,
God of War இது வருது.
and you will see that it has opened.
God of War இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தா.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Right. Jale. Kammadi. DNK. The protagonist. Sorry, amigo. Can't understand.
Finish this!
If you are first time watching, please subscribe.
Remember your training.
Oh.
Surprise him!
Support karo. Thank you karo.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
சொன்னா fire run
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Is the fire gone? Where's it gone?
The fire's disappeared.
It was everywhere.
The buyer.
போக முடியாதீங்க
He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Excuse me. English please. Sorry.
Another gate. Another gate.
She needs to find it. Another fire sacrifice. It's too far.
Spanish நினைக்கிறேன் அவங்க பேசுறது சொல்றது.
She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
ஓ
Everything
இங்க
will
இருந்து
burn.
எடுத்து
Then how will
தூக்கிட்டு
she
வரணுமா?
find the way back?
She won't. She won't.
The Northmen believe that
Farina.
the world will be destroyed someday.
Okay.
They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt, the fire giants. A
Monsters லோக்கியோட பையன். Hey Spanish man.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
What is your language? Bro, Tamil. Get that. Oh, you know, friend call me subscribe பண்ண சொல்லு.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
இங்க இருக்கு. Fire. Talk in English. போய் உன்னோட தமிழ் தானா?
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things
GNK.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Friends have HQ. So very nice. யாரோ நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்டா இருப்பானா தெரியலடா யாரு where are you from? ఏమన్నా நம்ம పైన నిனைக்கிறேன் சண்டையாடா Oh shit.
Get up quick!
அப்பாடா செத்துருவனே நினைச்சேன் I'm from New York City.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
From Galax to Ina. Open on
It's too loud. Stop.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of
மச்சான் எவனோ தமிழ் தெரியும் சொல்லடா ஆமாடா அதுவே எப்பதான் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறேன் நீ
ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire.
பாத்ரா
They
சித்திர
left
போற
me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am, free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Come to New York, man. எப்படிலாம் கொடுக்குறானுங்க பாரு. NY is for அடா அடிச்சுக்காதீங்க பையா.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of circle and escape my darkness, then so can you. Run, Senua, run, run through the fire.
Hard right.
Go on. Nothing can stop it. Run, Senua, run, run, run. Run, Senua, through the fire. Run inside.
Yes. Hey, செத்துட்டானா? ஏய், நான் சாவலடா. அவன செத்துட்டான்.
I'm sorry.
ஆமா நான் தான் மாத்தனே.
so sorry.
ஏன்டா நீ வேற?
This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where
Don't
will
say
you go?
sorry.
I don't
Okay.
know.
For how long?
I don't know.
Language different.
I believe in you. You know that.
அவ அழகு.
Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it.
சொல்ல முடியாது போடா.
I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
ஏய் வந்துட்டான்டா. வந்துட்டானா? Finland or Indonesia, please suspend.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
He's getting stronger, Eddie. You must continue. Stop
அம்மாடி What is it? Fire guard.
Divine shield! Stay back! Stay back!
Fire guard on. Focus.
Stop it now! What to do?
കൊണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട. Finn. What is that? I'm from New York. The game from California. ஒரு கேட் ஒரு கீ திறந்தாச்சு. Great.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place.
We will fall.
And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time.
Yeah.
Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my
Yeah.
quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face
You
horror
know,
in the eye,
Raheem.
as I have,
No. தெரியாது.
to find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
Truth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave.
Truth.
They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him. Until she too could see what he saw.
Okay, డబ్బు వరకు మాతి అంటాను. Okay. CNKR. Say this. Really? அடிச்சுக்காதீங்க ஏட்டையா.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own
This
body.
game is immersive. Yeah.
An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
Get behind you. Put them inside.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born,
Ymir.
and was named Ymir. The ice continued to
Full
drip,
the Norse mythology.
and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and
Are you there,
feasts
man?
on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan
watching.
and defeat him in battle to earn his
Thank
mark.
you.
The gate to hell
Thank you for watching.
cannot
Please
be
support us.
opened without it.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair.
Late.
But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Giant Soda Sun Odi. Oh. Right. Illusions. பார்க்கலாம் இது எப்படி போகுதுன்னு.
Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes.
No.
Find another way to see the truth.
Come to New York City, I'll teach you.
What's that? It's a door. No. Push it. Push it. Push it. She did it. Did it.
Wow. நல்லா இருக்கே. இது என்ன ஹை கோர்ட்ல பேசுறான்.
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there. Senua never could close her eyes. However hard she tried. Begged.
Okay, இப்போ எப்படி போறது? எவ்வளவு பெரிய கேட்ரா இது?
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it see you too.
Oh shit.
Behind you! Go! Spill that blood! Find a good pistol!
ஆட்டம் போட்டு இடியோட். டேய் சண்டை போட்டுக்காதீங்கடா சேட்ல கேங்கடாடி.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth. Look how much it's changed. It's all different.
ஓப்பன் சிஸ்டம்.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same.
Window game.
Feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself
Another
is
gift.
watching.
You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
சரிடா.
Which
மேலே ஒரு படிக்கட்டு.
can't you see them?
படிக்கட்டு வந்து.
The ravens.
ஓ.
I hear something.
If you hear the song of Valravan, follow it and
இருக்கா?
reach to him.
Challenge
Be
you.
aware of his illusions.
அடியில் பூந்து வர முடியாதாடா? காணாம போயிட்டா? You play which game, man? எதையாவது கரெக்டாக நடுவில் வந்து மறைஞ்சிருவானே.
Fight me.
மறைஞ்சிட்டான் நினச்சிட்டா.
Is she lost? It'll be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Count. Some, like Truth, become Count in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. There Those who make it back are forever changed.
Yeah, play. Which game? अरे यार अच्छा
She can get up now.
बड़ी
What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get out? Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven tricking her. Raven. How can she get out? Bait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a
Jump
trick.
by
She's
you,
doing
Sophie.
it on her
Thank
own.
you.
He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir who guarded the waters of wisdom
Mimir.
which flow from the roots of the world tree.
now gone. Okay.
Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to
நேரம்
pay a
இருந்தாலும்
price.
ஓகே யூஸ் பண்ணிச்சல
So he gouged out his own eye as an offering.
my dog play with me which yeah which
We
Mammoth.
picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods. A creature.
കള്ളു തന്നെ mammoth is good. I will pay Superman.
If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without
இதானே ஏன்னா அந்த கதவுல ஓபன் பண்ற இது ஓபன் பண்றா
primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Find your own path. There's a different way.
சண்டையா நேச்ச
Behind you! Behind you! The better fight.
what day
He's gone! He's down!
so depressive like the silent hill yeah bro like that
They surrounded you. Not strong. Too slow. Behind you. Watch out. Take him down. Down. Get down. She will last.
come coronavirus no coronavirus oh okay Come to New York City. It's a Corona, Omicron, and lockdown.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Corona beer good. Hey Tambi, you want to talk more killer?
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land.
My தலைவ voice திரும்பி கேட்டுட்டேன்.
Strangers.
வாங்கன்பா எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Congratulations for hitting 100 subscribers da. 100 subscriber ஏத்திட்ட.
The song. Valraven's song. It's over here.
Clear பண்ணுமா?
It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Listen, focus, listen. It's magic. It's magic. She's been in the forest like this before.
Thanks a lot. Okay, bro. No problem.
Where? Which forest? The forest in the wilds. The wilds. She went to the wilds along here. Why did she go to the wilds? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness. Did she beat her darkness? No. It nearly killed her, but she tried. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work. She thought her curse would affect him. She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died. She thought the curse made her tainted. Druth helped her. But where? Valraven's help.
என்ன பண்றாங்க?
He's not helping.
அட கேம் விளையாடலாம்.
Quiet.
என்ன கேம்? பப்ஜியா? போடதே. அதெல்லாம் விட்டுடலாம்.
Where?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become part of her.
மச்சான் அன்இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணிட்டேன். பண்ணுமல. விடல விட மாட்டேங்கிறீங்க. என்னடா தனியா இருக்கிறவ ஓகே கதவு துறந்துச்சு. வேலை நைட் ப்ளே பண்ணலாவா? இப்போயா நைட் வேணால் பார்க்கலாம்டா. நைட் சொல்கிறேன். காலைல ஸ்டோரி கேம்ஸ்லாம் ப்ளே பண்ணிவிட்டு நைட் மல்டிப்ளே கேம்ஸ்லாம் ப்ளே பண்ணிட்டு எங்க மேலையா?
The ravens. No. There's three. Where have they gone? They gone. She did it.
Looking back. So
ஓகே ப்ரோ நெட் இல்லை ப்ரோ. தெரியும் ப்ரோ நீ சொல்லுவேனே. பை ப்ரோ.
She saw into the darkness.
சார் கான்கோர் போயிட்டியா?
To see anything at all. And the glow.
அவருக்கு டிவைஸ் ப்ராப்ளம்டா. உனக்கு என்னடா தெரியும்? இல்லைன்னா அவர்லாம் எப்பயே கான்கோர் போயிருப்பாரா? ஏன்டா போனா?
Strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Broken. The gate is open.
Okay.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill them.
அவ டிவைஸ்லயே ஏஸ் மாஸ்டர் போயிட்டான். அப்படியா? பெரிய ஆள் தான்டா.
Biding its time. Only when she is out of the
என்னடா கண்ட்ரோல் ஸ்ரீராம்ல ரஷ் பண்ண முடியலையே ப்ரோ.
Will she find Dillian?
அம்மா ப்ரோ நானும் பார்க்குறேன் ப்ரோ. டைம் இருந்தா திரும்பி போய் ஜிஎம்ஏ வரேன். ரெண்டு பேரும் சேர்ந்து ரஷ் பண்ணலாம் கண்ட்ரோல் நெக்ஸ்ட் சீசன்லேருந்து. ஷிட். தானே பார்த்தேன். எங்கடா எல்லாம் கை கூடி வர நேரத்தில் அம்மா ப்ரோ ஏஸ் மாஸ்டர் போனேன், ஏஸ் டாமினேட்டர் போகலாம்னு பார்த்து 5 கில்லு எடுத்தேன். 5 ப்ளஸ் ஆகுது ப்ரோ. ஆமாம் ப்ரோ அதெல்லாம் கஷ்டம். நீ ஏஸ் கால்குறதெல்லாம் புஷ் பண்ணுறேன்னா நீ பாயிண்ட்லாம் நீ என்ன 2 3 5 10 20 தான் ரொம்ப ரேரு. அது எப்படி திரும்ப எடுக்கணும்? ஃபுல்லாக சர்வை பண்ணியிருக்கணும். கில் எடுத்து 10 கில்லுக்கு மேலே எடுத்துருக்கணும். ஃபஸ்ட் ப்ளேஸ் வந்துருக்கணும். செகண்ட் ப்ளேஸ் எடுத்தால் கூட 5 தான் ஏறும். ஃபஸ்ட் ப்ளேஸ் எடுக்கணும். அதெல்லாம் கஷ்டம். ஏஸ்ட்டு கான்கோரெல்லாம் புஷ் பண்ணுறது. ஸ்குவாடெல்லாம் புஷ் பண்ண முடியாது. நமக்கு சோலோவும் வராது. நீ மாஸ் ப்ரோ 2.1 KD ஏஸ் மாஸ்டர் பயங்கரம்டா நீ. இந்த மாதிரி ROG ஃபோன் வச்சிருக்கேன்.
Speak to me, Drew. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him, I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast.
Okay,
It was at a
bro,
hall near
நாங்க
the sea.
இப்பெல்லாம் வேடிக்கை தான்.
When he went there, they betrayed
இதான்
him to the
விளையாடுறோம்.
north
மச்சான் இப்போ யாருன்னு தெரியலடா, என்னமோ மெசேஜ் பண்ணுறான்.
and took him to hell.
எவ்வளோ நீ தான் மெசேஜ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த, நீ அவனை மெசேஜ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தீங்களா? இப்போ மட்டும் என்ன?
His slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan? Burnt away that day.
யாருன்னு தெரியல.
But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again,
கற்கின் இல்லை.
I,
ஆமால.
Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Solo stream is Estonia film. புரியல.
Broken. The gate is open. Open. This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
Whoa.
Are you still here? Are you too? Where are we?
Yeah, bro, solo stream. He's a guy. Do you want? I don't know.
I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, strike solid now, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in
காக்கா
fear,
சாப்பிடுதா?
deeper, deeper, dragging
அடே
you
டேய்.
down so far into the void
Yeah,
that
doubt
may
of
be
this
the sky.
language. மச்சான் அப்ப
There is
மேப்ல
no
இருக்குது.
coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld.
வா போலாம்.
Within, you will see the face of
Bro,
the
வா bro,
darkness
பிரியாணி
that you
சாப்பிட
fear.
போலாம்.
And
போலாமே.
if you focus,
எங்க
like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus.
நீ
Focus.
எங்க மேன் இருக்க?
I see you. I see you now. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
ஓ அம்மாடி. Shit. ஒருவேளை
No, it's nearly the end. Too slow. They're winning. You won.
என்னடா போங்க.
He's gonna go. Whoa. Where's he going?
கொஞ்ச நேரம் சாட் படிக்க முடியாதடா, போச்சுக்காதீங்க. இது வேறு ஃபைட் ரொம்ப இதாக போயிட்டு. ஆஹா போச்சு. கண்ணு தெரியலடா எனக்கு. அப்பா அப்போடா அந்த கால் பண்ணுறேன். ஓகேடா. ஓ யார்கிட்ட சொல்ல? பாய் 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 பாய். ஓகே பாய் சுனா பாய் பாய். அப்பா சாமி.
The mark of Valravan, one of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered
letting go.
Letting go. If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Orange. சொல்றா. கொஞ்சம் ஓப்பன் பண்ணிக்கிட்டேன் இந்த இது அனலிட்டிக்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் ஆஃப் பண்ணல
When she was younger, she would
ஓகே
like
ஓகே
grass,
ஆஃப் பண்ணால் சொல்லிட்டு தான் ஆஃப் பண்ணுவேன் இப்போ என்ன ஒரே ஸ்ட்ரீமில் கேம் முடிக்க முடியும் 2-3 ஸ்ட்ரீம் போடணும்ல அப்போ இந்த கேமுக்கு
shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees,
1.5 மணி நேரம் வந்துருக்கு
the
ஸ்ட்ரீம்
mountains, caves. I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
Senua, you have the sight, Mother.
அம்மாவா
Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her?
I'm watching ஓகே மச்சான்
That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the raft. Like she's still watching over her.